And the University of Ghana is to pay $165 million to a U.S. company after a judgment debt was awarded against it by a United States federal court for wrongly terminating the Africa Integras contract in 2018. The deal signed in 2016 was terminated in 2018 because the university could not secure letters of credit to back the agreement. The petitioner, W.P. Carey Investment Trust, won the $165 million judgment debt after the university in 2018 terminated the agreement to construct and maintain 4 new facilities and a 1,000-bed hostel on the Legon campus. The development partnership agreement was hailed by the university at the time in an official statement and also on the website as a landmark agreement by the then Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ernest Ayite. But unable to procure contractually required letters of credit, the Africa Integras contract was terminated in 2018. Well, a private legal practitioner, Christian Malm Hesse, says the University of Ghana cannot appeal the $165 million judgment debt award against them by the U.S. company following the termination of a development partnership agreement to build the 1,000-bed hostel and other facilities on campus. The deal signed in 2016 was terminated in 2018 because the university could not secure those letters of credits.
The two parties should have sat down to see how, to see the way forward with respect to this, especially when it was just left with a year to construction completion. Then it becomes quite topsy-turvy when one says that it does not fall within his vision, because in the contract, there is an arbitral clause, and invoking where there is a breach, the other party needs to invoke the arbitral clause in order to seize jurisdiction of the arbitral forum. Now, where the arbitral forum is invoked and the jurisdiction, proper so-called, has now been constituted, it is binding on all parties. When the other party seeks to enforce it, they could only come to court to either try to set it aside, on whichever grounds they so claim, but it will be a tall order. So the university could sit down with them and say, okay, you have this against us. This is how we are going to pay. We'll pay probably 2/3 and make the other ones in installment. We pay over. So now, more so, that is what is rather late.
Clement Park is a deputy ranking member on Parliament's Education Committee. He's also the member of Parliament for Busa South. He joins me via phone for a conversation. Thank you very much, Doc, for your time. Now, does this come to you as a surprise?
Well, I would say it has not come to me as a surprise, because the first time I heard about the possibility of the University of Ghana being slapped with a judgment debt, I think it was about 1.5 to 2 years ago, because it had appeared in one of the Auditor General's reports. And I remember the leadership of the University of Ghana had appeared before the committee to respond to queries, and this issue came up. But I would say it's unfortunate that the issue has not been resolved, and it has come to where it has. But in any case, it is early days yet, and now that it has been made formal, we would hope to hear what the University of Ghana has to say. But we've only had one side of the story, as per the foreign partners who are supposed to partner with the University of Ghana in the provision of these facilities.
Okay. Is the committee, which you are a deputy ranking member of, for example, going to do anything about it? For example, invite the university to come and give the other side of a story as you are calling for it?
Well, the way the Committee of Education in Parliament works is that something has to be referred to it by the Speaker, or a group or an entity has to file a petition or a complaint. So, in as far as it has not come formally, we don't go for the committee to address it. But as I said earlier, This is a matter that was captured in a previous Auditor General's report. So if it is again repeated in a subsequent report, then what there will be basis for the Public Accounts Committee to then raise the issues and then ask questions about how the judgment debt came to be and what the university is doing to address the said judgment debt and the implications that would have on the finances of the institution.
Finally, Dr. Park, I know that some of you MPs, you have the opportunity to, for example, file questions on matters of concern to you and the public so that then the Speaker can refer whatever matter it is to a committee in Parliament. Is this something you'll be considering, for example?
Yes. I mean, as God knows, I filed several questions on the educational sector in particular and matters of national interest generally. But you also remember that Parliament is rising. Yeah. We are rising tomorrow and to resume after about close to 2 months.
Okay.
So there wouldn't be any serious activity in as far as the House is concerned, although some committees will be working. So depending on how it plays out, it's entirely possible that when we resume, it could become an issue for consideration, either through a question that I or another member of the House may file, or through a petition that may be brought to the Speaker, asking for some action to be taken with regards to this issue.
Thank you very much. Dr. Clement Appak is a Deputy Ranking Member on the Education Committee, also Member of Parliament for Busa South.